It's wild. All right, let's talk real news here. The Pittsburgh Steelers over the weekend signed former Indianapolis Colts, San Francisco 49ers, Philadelphia Eagles running back, Ohio State third-round pick Trey Sermon to a one-year deal after rookie minicamp. He was the guy that I said on Friday, hey, look at this guy. Looks like if anybody's going to make the team right now, it's going to be him. He's going to be the rookie minicamp guy to come in here. To me, he's a bigger body. He has NFL experience, but he's got NFL special teams experience, which is very valuable right now. The Steelers are looking for a running back for just a guy to be behind Kenneth Gainwell to potentially replace Cordarrelle Patterson. We'll get into that here in a moment, but you looked at Trey Sermon and it was the easy option to me. The Steelers had interest in him coming out of Ohio State. If he wasn't a third round pick, which I think was high at the time, if he wasn't a third round pick, I think the Steelers possibly would have ended up with Trey Sermon in 2021. They didn't. And now he's here, 26 years old. So he's still young enough to say doesn't have enough tread on his body to be worried about it. The Trey Sermon signing, does it mark the end of Cordarrelle Patterson?
Oh, I can't see how Cordarrelle Patterson has a spot on the Steelers roster going into this season. And with every single move, it just feels like that is being cemented. Because, I mean, break it down for me. We got Jaylen Warren, the presumptive number one. Caleb Johnson, number two right now, maybe one eventually, 1A, whatever you want to call it. Kenneth Gainwell. Now we have Trey Sermon. What else does that leave? Unless you are going to not bring an extra receiver onto the roster for him or something like that. But
even if you did that, though, you got DK, Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson, Ben Skoranek. That's four right there. You're probably going to add another one. Maybe you like the likings of a Rock Taylor out of minicamp here or out of the undrafted free agent class. Like, I have no idea, but I have a hard time thinking they're going in with four. And you're keeping Cordarrelle. You're probably going to keep DJ Thomas Jones at this point. You have to assume that's the case. You might keep four tight ends, which is ridiculous, but you might keep four tight ends. Like, there's just no. My thing is, I don't understand how we got here. Maybe the cap hit just isn't affected in any way, no matter when you release him. And if that's the case, I get it. Cool. But at the same time, like, Trey Sermon would have to be so bad.
Right.
To say you don't have a roster spot over Cordarrelle Patterson. Either he'd have to get injured and the next guy would have to be really bad, or there just was nobody left, or Cordarrelle Patterson, like, somehow, I don't get it. Like, Cordarrelle's 34 years old, clearly was not the player that the Steelers were hoping for last season. Had moments, let's not act like he didn't, but like, not enough moments to say things are going to get better at 34 when you play running back. Just, like, how bad Trey Sermon would have to be this summer to not get a job. Do you think it happens, though, before? Like, is this the sign? Is this Cordarrelle's gone?
I don't even think so. I feel like you might be playing this game. It seems like maybe the theme of the Steelers summer and off season is let's just keep everything in limbo. Let's just keep it all up in the air and let's just see how everything falls once training camp arrives. Like, I have no idea. I would think Cordarrelle Patterson's not around anymore, but the Steelers love to have these depth players. Like, if, to your point, if they're going to keep four tight ends, that means like a Connor Hayward is one of them. So he will basically just be on special teams. And then he'll line up as a fullback twice in the preseason or something like that. And I just don't understand why then we would have Cordarrelle around to take 7 handoffs throughout the 17-game season. I don't understand it at all.
I don't either. There's just, to me, there's no point of it that makes sense. He is the last remaining, I saw that one happening a while ago, move for the Steelers. Like, he's the last, like, when you headed into the offseason, there were certain guys, certain moves that you knew were going to happen. The Steelers were going to probably move on from Larry Ogunjobi. Felt like that one was real. One of the linebackers was going, thought it was going to be Cole Holcomb, ended up being a Landon Roberts. You were probably going to bring in a veteran corner. I didn't see them going after one. And chances were you were moving on from Najee Harris. Cordarrelle being on the roster was like the easiest. It wasn't even included on the list because you just said there's no chance they're not saving $2.5 million to keep a 34-year-old running back around. That doesn't make sense. I think Trey Sermon's on the roster unless something else happens. I don't understand how he couldn't be. Also, Robert Woods is the 5th wide receiver that I totally forgot about. So thank you, everybody in the chat. It just, to me, that you have too many. Look, at the Steelers are going to add a wide receiver. Okay. The most likely at some point they're going to add a wide receiver. Yes. That's going to be probably 6 wide receivers that they keep on the roster, which means that you have to remove somebody somewhere. Connor Hayward has the upper hand. Donald Parham, if they like him, he's going to stick around. He's going to be the new Michael Pruitt. I could see that being the case as well. And that's another spot. They want offensive line depth. They struggled without offensive line depth last year, so they want to make that happen. They get Cole Holcomb back. They have a bunch of inside linebackers, couple corners that they're going to keep, which is going to be deeper than next year. There's no part of it that makes sense to me to say 34-year-old running back is the guy that they keep. Is there another move on the roster, though, that you I don't know, maybe I'm missing here? Maybe you see coming? Kacha is a bit of surprise as we sit here today, because I feel like that's where we're at, is the roster set just about. And did it shape out okay? Is it okay?
Oh, no. No.
Outside of quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have some glaring holes on the offensive side of the ball. I don't see any surprise moves coming. I don't see anyone else being cut before training camp or anything like that. I think this is largely the roster and group of people we're going to see. And doesn't strike me as anything great. I think they could have managed, again, just a lot more and more impressive upgrades on the offensive side of the ball if they really wanted to do what they set out to do for the offseason. But I think the roster's pretty much set. I don't love what I see right now.
No, nobody does. I mean, nobody. You don't have a quarterback and you have a bad wide receiver group. Sounds exactly like last year, which is a very tough spot to be. Outside of the court, I mean, you have Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, which again is still such a massive. How did that go wrong for the Pittsburgh Steelers? All right, Trey Sermon's the new running back in Pittsburgh. George Pickens drama continues. Aaron Rodgers. Oh my gosh. All right.